Good morning, everyone. Okay, next mitzvah. Mitzvah prohibition against intermarrying with a non-Jewish person. Shenemar, as it says, voices chatin bam, you shall not marry with them. This applies in all places at all times, both by men and by women. Next mitzvah. Prohibition against following the customs or the fixed customs of non-Jews. Shenemar, as it says, you shall not follow you shall not walk in their statutes, which means in their fixed customs and their practices, which means not to emulate them in a type of garment that is exclusive to them. Now, before we go through this, I just want to give a little explanation in the sense that the example that the exact way nowadays to practically apply this prohibition is a discussion on its own. I'm reading to you how the HaMitzvot cites from the earlier sources how they explained it, basically how the examples that the Gemara gave. Again, these examples can possibly change over time because it has to do with the customs of the time and whether they are distinctive to non-Jews or not. And therefore, the exact practical application of this is a discussion on its own, but we're just going to read through how the HaMitzvot brings from the early sources of how they explain this mitzvah, this prohibition. So, for instance, not to emulate them in a certain form of dress that is exclusive to them. If there's such a thing as a kind of dress exclusive to non-Jews, a Jew cannot wear that kind of garment. Another example, not to let the locks of one's hair grow long. One should not shave the hair from the sides and leave hair in the middle. This is called a beluris in the times of the Gemara. They translate this as a crest. We call it a mohawk, I believe. One should not shave his hair, which is opposite the face, meaning he's going to shave in the back of his head, okay? And basically, the area that's opposite his face, the back of his head, is going to be completely shaven from ear to ear, as it says, and you cannot shave the hair opposite the other side of his face from ear to ear, that means the back of his head, and just leave the hair flowing long in the back. Anybody who does any of these things, any one of these things mentioned, or anything similar, like it, can get lashes for it. A person who is close to the government circles, and because of his connections in the government, which I'm assuming means he's connected to the government, and because of that, he's able to advocate on behalf of the Jewish community, and has to therefore put on their garments and to be similar to them, mutter, for him would be permissible to do. He's not doing it to be like the non-Jews per se, he's doing it in order for him to be able to do what he needs to do in the government circles. Perhaps it means for a job also. This applies in all places at all times, both by men and by women. Next mitzvah. A prohibition against listening to anyone who prophesies in the name of an idol. He claims that he's a prophet from an idol. The idol has spoken to him. The pagan god has spoken to him, and he's delivering a message. Shenemar, as it says, you shall not listen to that prophet, which means not only not to follow him, but not even to listen, not even to pay heed to his words. Do not get into lengthy discussions with him. Ask for some kind of a sign or a wonder. And if he does some kind of a sign or a wonder, don't pay attention to it. And anybody who considers the wonder, the sign that he's done, that perhaps it's truth, has transgressed this prohibition. And this again applies in all places at all times, both by men and by women. Wish you a great day. Shavua Tov, all the best.
Hey. You have a lemon? Okay.
Good morning.